Hey guys, how's it going? My name is always and welcome back to Skybees. In the last episode, we were working on a couple of things. Most notably, we were making an advanced energy cube as well as another machine, the energize smelter, so we don't have to use coal to smelt things up. And we started working toward something that's really going to be important, the angel ring. The angel ring is going to let us fly around and all that kind of fun stuff, and it's going to be amazing. And we're also going to need to do it because, yeah, I want to collect all of the bee products automatically. Now, I have been very busy, a busy bee between episodes because I've been planning out a bunch of things. So this is going to be the next nether platform right here, and I have actually everything we need to make an apiary. I just haven't yet. Here is going to be the dark cave, which is going to be the mobs. I've got some of the stuff. I have everything planned out. I went ahead and made 2 more apiaries, like I said I was going to, because we need osmium. So these are the metal, and yeah, I wanted to make them look like sheet metal. But unfortunately, we can't use sheet metal for apiaries because of reasons. But yeah, let's see, this one, metal A, is a gray stained plank, vertical gray stained planks. And I think it looks a little bit like nickel sheet metal, or even mostly just nickel. And then this is cyan stained planks, also vertical, for metal B, which is going to be the osmium and all that. And that one kind of looks like a cross between like silver and uranium. So yeah, it's going to look like sheet metal. That was kind of the idea. We have framed glass, and at the top here we have terracotta shingles with a redstone lamp, of course, because it is factory-esque. And that was kind of the idea for this, an inspiration for these 2 apiaries. So we're collecting products, and osmium was what we needed the most, and I got enough that for what we need to do. So yeah, and then the last one, this is the other forest. It's going to be very similar to this one, but instead of the light colored logs, we're going to use dark colored logs, so there'll be spruce and stuff. Maybe we'll put like podzol here. That'd be kind of cool. So yeah, I have been busy working, planning, and all that kind of stuff. This is going to be a farm slash village, and then we're going to have machines here, and I don't know what this platform is going to be quite yet, but it was symmetrical there for a while, but then I made two more little hexagons, so we'll probably make this whole entire thing symmetrical, try to make it look like a gigantic hexagon, but we'll see. Anyways, enough rambling about what I did between episodes and all that. A little bit of more rambling, actually. Just a little bit of a side note. Episodes, if you don't watch my Peglin, episodes are going to be kind of sporadic for the next, like, month and a half, maybe. Because, well, I'm moving, and I don't have too much time to do this kind of stuff. And I don't have internet in the new place, so, yeah, still using internet at the old place. But yeah, moving, and just this has to kind of take a back burner for a little bit. I'm going to still try to get episodes out at least a couple of times a week and do my best at that. But bees and stone block especially take a lot of time to prepare, so it's going to be a little bit less likely to have those. And it's going to take a little bit longer to get those up anyway. So that is just the other aside that I wanted to mention before we start today's episode, which we need to get into. We have a lot of things I want to do today, and it all starts with more block making. So there are 3 bees that we can't get from all of the original apiaries, and there are 3 bees from, well, just the 1 metals that we don't have yet: Constan, Electrum, and Bronze. Now, we have made Electrum before, but let's make all this stuff. I have everything we need to make the blocks, and so that's just what we're gonna do. What are these? Corundum sheets, and I don't know if we can get corundum. Okay. Weird things from Quark. That is a very common theme. Anyways, today, first thing we're going to do is we are going to actually make the advanced solar panel. I have enough osmium, we can do that, and I should have enough supplies in general to do that. And so we're going to start working on that. We'll make the blocks later. Well, we'll make the bronze right now. There's the bronze. I need that. Give that to me. So there is the bronze block. That goes with the bees to be used later. More bee breeding. I will try to probably make at least one, if not the rest of the apiaries. At the very least, making the nether one will be good, because we need to start getting stuff from that. Anyways, we are going to be making an advanced solar generator. Now, this is going to be a better source of power, and we're probably going to use a bunch of these eventually. And they're not that difficult to make. They are a lot of resources. We need 4 solar generators, which in turn requires 4 energy tablets. So let's get that first. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. These and those. So 1, 2. These unfortunately do not stack. 4. And that is done. Can we put the other stuff in here yet? Yes. Gold and silver. So if you didn't notice, the bronze was copper and tin. It's 3 copper, 1 tin for 4 bronze, I do believe. Constantan is copper and nickel, which is also pretty easy. It's a 1-to-1 ratio. You get 2 ingots. Constantan is not particularly useful to us, but we have it. And then the last one is electrum, which is just a 1-to-1 silver and gold. Nothing too major there. So we'll get that once we have, once it's done. So the solar panels, we have the energy tablets. We're gonna need 3 solar panels each. So we need 12 of these in total. And this is where it gets expensive, because we need 3 osmium for each of these. And so let's just get those out. And then what else does it take? We need glass and redstone. So redstone is the easiest thing, and honestly, so is the glass. I put all the glass in here. We have a ton of it. Let's run over here to a different crafting table, and we'll make just a bunch of glass panes. And there is the 12 solar panels, so that's fine. Once we have a little bit more power, by the way, we're going to start working towards making the main house. Currently, we do have to wait until we can destroy these things and just kind of move some stuff around, but we're getting close to that point. So there is the constant and electrum. Cool. I will deal with the bee stuff later. Bee breeding is going to be... It's long and tedious. It's not that difficult, but it's tedious. So anyways, we can make 4 of these guys now. And let's just put those all up there. And 1, 2, can we just shift click that? We can. There is the 4 solar panels, solar generators. Now we could use those as they are, or we can just make them into a better thing, an advanced solar generator. So that's what we're gonna do. Now I have way too much stuff in my inventory in this chest, so I'm not gonna worry too much about it. But actually, I want to grab a bunch of netherite, because I have been making netherite. We have a netherite bee that makes netherite pretty quickly, so it's not like we can't use netherite. Anyways, I don't know what all we need, but we have a solar generator, and it looks really silly when we take it out of our inventory. We should be able to, and hopefully we can put it just right. No, not there. Can we put it right here? No. We can put it there, but that's not going to work. I guess we could put it here and just put a cable there. That'll work. So the advanced energy cube input on the top, that is perfect. We just need some sort of a cable, and we're actually going to break this down because I want to use this a little bit more over here. Now, eventually, all this stuff will be placed somewhere that makes sense and whatnot. So we're going to grab an energy cable. We're going to put it right here. We're going to put another energy cable right here to connect that. This has a storage of 80,000 FE energy, which is not bad. But we are going to upgrade these energizing rods, and that's kind of the next plan. So we'll just put that there. And yeah, that is what we need to do, because what I really, really, really want is a better centrifuge. And we're going to need a lot of steel. In fact, we don't actually have enough steel. We're going to hope that we have more by the end of this, like, not by the end of the episode, but by the time we're ready for it all. But to kind of help with things, we need to make this better. Now, real quick, before we do that, I do want to go ahead and make a mesh. So something that we've had on our list of quests is a netherite mesh. Now, I don't know that netherite is any better than, or like any more useful than just emerald. I think everything is pretty much the same, but we need to make it for a quest, so might as well. So let's just go ahead and do that real quick. To do that, we do need a smithing table, which is just 2 iron and, okay, that's easy enough. Diamond mesh. Okay, so we have to start at string and work our way up. So 6 of those. I have enough. Oh, we have plenty of diamonds. Of course we have 6 diamonds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We don't have that many diamonds dealt with, but like processed? Yeah, processed. But we have plenty of diamonds, so we just need string. 9 string. And then 4 planks. And 2 more iron. Okay, so I don't have enough iron, but this will be fine. We'll get the smithing table. And then 6 iron. Okay, so we'll just do this and upgrade this all the way to diamond. Like I said, there is a reason we're doing that. This is a quest. Not that it gives us anything, but then we can upgrade it with a piece of netherite and call it a day. And we actually completed a chapter. That was the last thing we needed to do in Ex Nihilo. So, awesome. We get no rewards for it. There's next to no reason to do it, but that's a chapter completed. We'll just put the netherite mesh in there and call it a day. So, here is the thing. We need, I think it's actually a quest in bees. By the way, I'm slowly gathering the combs. I'm not showing that off or anything. I get them when the bees are bred. But we can get this elite centrifuge. And it does tell us how many we need. We need 35 centrifuge casings, which is 35 steel blocks. And we need a centrifuge controller, which is 4 more casings. And that will allow us to make the big multi-block centrifuge, which is much better than what we currently have. It's faster. It processes 3 at once. It's amazing. So let's see how much more steel we have. Now, each steel honeycomb, that is the honeycomb block, is another block of steel, and we need 14 more. We have 3 extra, so it's gonna be a little bit. Let me make sure. I've been storing stacks of honeycombs because all those chests are filling up very quickly. Oh, never mind, we have plenty. We need 14. Okay, start processing. So that will take a little bit. While we're waiting, in order to make these centrifuge casings, we need to energize them with Powah's energizing rod and energizing orb. Now, that's not too difficult, but at our current rate, it's going to be sending 10 per tick, and it needs 150,000. So that would be 15,000 ticks. That's very long. That takes a while. For the record, we've made, what have we made with this thing? 50,000. This ender core took a little bit of time. So what we're going to do is we're going to upgrade to the blazing rod, and we're going to upgrade both of them. Now the blazing rod gives us 300 Fe per tick, which is a lot better. Ticks, by the way, there's 20 ticks in a second in this game, so it's not too bad. We just need some basic capacitors and that kind of stuff. And it's just crafting recipes, right? Yes. So we can make up to the basic tier, which is just the next tier, without any other work. So let's just grab these guys. That's not that. I thought I was I thought I was hitting the energizing rod. I was not. And these store their energy? They apparently do. That's kind of cool. Alright, so for the first set, let's actually just get energizing rod. So for the next one, we need 2 basic capacitors each. And I don't think we need the netherite right now. Let's go ahead and compress it into blocks and store it like that. That'll be good. If we want to upgrade the centrifuge, by the way, to the next tier, it is literally just netherite and redstone. So if we have enough netherite, we can probably do that. And then to upgrade the controller, it is blocks of netherite and another casing. So we'll need a 1 extra casing. And that's not too bad. We can handle that if we have enough netherite. So we're going to need some basic capacitors. So redstone block and all of that. So we're going to need iron. Let's grab all of our iron. So we'll just make 1 of those for now. And then we're going to need for this 2 dielectric casings. So we're going to need some more dielectric rods. Do we have any more iron bars? No, not really. Let's make 2 sets of those because that will be an even number of stuff. And we're probably going to need a lot of these, so let's just make... Let's get half a stack. And then we'll turn half of these into the other direction. And we're going to need 2, 4, 6 of these. So 6. By the way, you can scroll wheel and it will move stuff in and out of the inventory. I don't usually do that because I kind of forget which way to scroll, but it works. Anyways, we can get rid of, by the way, these infused alloys. Okay, so we're also going to need some quartz, which I do have a good bit of quartz saved up. Let's just turn this all into blocks. Actually, we just need 6 of these, so that is perfect. Alright, so we can at least make the energizing rod basic. We can make 1 and 2. They still can't stack. Okay, so now the next tier is the hardened tier. And to make these, it's pretty much the same thing, except we need hardened capacitors. And for this, we're going to need to do some more stuff. So we need a large capacitor. So we're going to need another set of capacitors, which is not too much of a problem. And then we're going to need to turn both of these into large capacitors. And then we're going to need to use some energized steel with them. Now, to get that, it is gold and iron. We're going to need 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, I do believe. And we need to hook these guys up so that it can, well, work. And then we'll upgrade them, and then we'll have to do this again. So in here, we just put... Can we put multiple? No. Let's try to take out... There we go. And that is going to work. It's going to be pretty quick, actually. So do I even need... Okay, we'll just do that. It takes it a second to like start up, but it's pretty quick. And for the record, we're not losing any power. So there is 1. And then we're also probably going to need more dielectric paste. We are. Which this, if you don't remember, we get from throwing coal into a mana pool. And so that's what we're going to do. Let's get 16. Can it do 16? I don't know how much more mana we have. Apparently enough. Okay. By the way, I think this is our last flower that we needed to get a full drawer full of. So we have literally every single Botania flower, 512 of each of them. That's gonna probably last us the entirety of this mod pack. That's kind of cool. Oh man, I didn't realize it was done. So we can get this. The Botania, by the way. That's what I'm referring to. Let's go ahead and sleep. And then we can make the upgrade. And then the next ones we're going to have to make are a little bit more challenging. Not really, but it's a tier that I'm going to be happy with just because it is reasonable. So we need 2 of these for each, and then we just need to grab these guys, a block. You know, we can put all the blocks in there. We can put all those in there. Do that and that. So now we have the hardened tier. These have transfer of 120 FE per tick. Not too bad. But we want to get to the blazing tier. Now, if we wanted to go past the blazing tier, we could. But it's going to require diamonds and a lot of energy. And the blazing tier is more large capacitors and 4 blazing crystals each. Which is just blaze rods, and it's 90. So we need 8 blaze rods. I might have already gotten blaze rods. And we're going to need 2 more large capacitors. And that's it. So we should be able to make the blazing tier. We'll upgrade these to probably the max later. But yeah, this is going to take a little bit of time to do. But it's going to be better. So it's going to go from 120 to 300. Now the next tier is 700. Requires, like I said, the niotic crystals, which is diamonds. Can we make those? No. Which is diamonds and a lot of energy. And then spirited is the next tier, which requires emeralds and 1,000,000 energy, FE. And then nitro is the top tier, and that requires nether stars. So no. And blazing crystals. So that's not happening. But what we can do is mix these. So as soon as we have 4 blazing crystals, we'll switch over. I don't know why it does that. It's like lag or something, or maybe it's... I have no idea. That's really weird. It's like if there's smoke if we look at it in the wrong area, to the torch. That's really strange. Anyways, the reason we're doing all this is because the centrifuge casings are just going to take a while if we use lower tiers. Like, you can see how slow this is. And this is 90,000. We need 150,000. So it might be good to upgrade these fully, or at least up to the spirited tier. But at that point, I'm a little concerned about power. We are slowly losing power. So let's remove one of these guys. And we'll get the blazing capacitors. And then a blazing rod. And see how much faster this is. So it's considerably faster. To the extent that this can't actually get enough power. Oh, I didn't expect that. Okay, let's upgrade power. So what are these called? Energy cables. Alright, so energy cables. If we want to upgrade these to... So we have the starter. So the blazing is 300 per tick. Let's try to get the hardened tier at least, which we can upgrade 2 cables and a basic capacitor. Okay. Well, there's 2 cables right here. And we can hopefully do that pretty easily. So, basic capacitor, we need more iron. We're gonna have to grab some more iron. That will take just a minute. Let's take that out and get the honey taken care of. Alright, so we have a bunch of iron. Let's get some of that working. And, yeah, we have a ton of steel. I will make most of these steel blocks between episodes because we are going to be running out of time very soon. So we'll finish up the centrifuge stuff next time. I want to make at least one of these into the centrifuge casing on camera, but then I'll make the rest that we need off camera, and we'll go from there. So there is 18 iron. That should be enough to do what we need to, which is make a basic capacitor. Actually, we don't need to make a basic capacitor. We just need the dielectric rods. We need 2 of them switched over. And there is the energy cables basic. To get them to the harden, we need the energize. No, we need a hardened capacitor. So we could get that. Let's make another set of capacitors, and we'll make 1 big capacitor. We're going to need a piece of gold. Actually, let's make 2. And so, actually, we're going to need what? 4 each. Nah, let's just make 1. I can always split this. No, I can't. Okay, that's fine. We'll use that later. So I do need another piece of gold. And what we can do, will these connect? That is a question I don't know the answer to. They do not. 2, 3, 4. Alright, so we're just gonna make sure that is like so. And then we can put both of these down. And I'm sure there's a way to automate this guy, but that is going to be super fast. Alright, and then we just break 2 of these. Actually, you know what? Let's actually go ahead and do... let's go ahead and do 2 more. I'll need to go grab 2 more gold. We'll probably need some more dielectric paste, but so let's actually get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that we can just get more. And I think that'll be best. So let's just throw these guys down. They will do their thing, make mana for us, and yeah, we'll go ahead and get all this stuff upgraded. And then we'll just use all these wires. So what we want is this. We're going to need 2 of... Actually, I realize that is a lot more than I thought. We'll just get 1 set. We just need more dielectric rods. And that means more dielectric paste. And that is not too much of a problem. So, cool. 15 more dielectric paste. We're definitely going to want to make a lot of things better. How do I make these? We can make them like that. That'll work. We'll make 2 sets. Let's go ahead and make the hardened. I need the basics. And we're just gonna we're going to make 2 sets of these so that we have extra of the hardened, and this is the tier we'll use. So there's 1, 2. And we can throw all this other stuff in there for now. And we'll even do this so that it transfers more faster. And then we just put blazing and this guy, and hopefully it is enough power transfer. So that's all that matters. We can put a lot of stuff away. Just put everything in here for now. And then eventually we are going to move our system. We're going to have a ton more storage, and it's going to be great. So hopefully we can get to that relatively soon. But we just got to wait on these. We'll make the other one hardened and then make our first well, major thing. So we're going to make our first centrifuge casing. And like I said, I'm going to make the rest of them off camera because you guys don't really need to see me do this too much more. We can go ahead and start that. So we need these guys. Oh, seriously? Okay, we need 1 more piece of coal. Let's do 7 blocks that we can make into a bunch of coal. And we're just going to throw this all in there so I don't have to worry about making dielectric paste anytime soon. And there we go. I'm surprised that it had enough mana, but apparently it doesn't use all that much mana. And we can make our blazing energizing rod. And that is already made into a centrifuge casing. So I just get to do this 39 more times. We need 35 of these plus 4, I do believe. So yeah, this is decently fast. So I can handle that. That's not going to be too terrible. And it is going to use up a lot of power, but then I just let everything charge and it'll be fine. So yeah, that is going to be one of my big projects between episodes, is getting all the centrifuge casings that we need. And what we're going to do is I'm going to make sure that I have enough for the elite and the elite controller. So we're going to go all the way to the maximum, and that will be kind of hopefully good. Hopefully we have enough power. If worst case scenario, the solar panels are not that difficult to make, we can always make more. But we have plenty of resources coming in. We have a ton of things. I don't have enough. I currently don't have enough stuff to I have too many honeycombs to centrifuge in any reasonable amount. So yeah, it is. Oh, this is out of power. It is kind of chaotic. And we'll get to the point where we are good on power and all that kind of stuff. But for now, you know what? I could even disconnect this line and stop feeding power to the outside. And just use solar power out here. We'll see about that though. Because solar panels, they don't work at night. Luckily, I do sleep most nights, but yeah, it's something to consider. And eventually we might use other power sources. We'll see how power hungry our base is going to be before we really worry too much about that. So that is unfortunately going to be it for today's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Power upgrades, and lots of talking, but oh well. So yeah, we only have a handful of bees left to actually breed, and so we're kind of getting there. I do really want to work towards the angel ring as soon as possible, but in order to make this, it is going to require nether stars. And so that is something else we're going to have to kind of consider how we're going to do things with that. There is a mining dimension Mining Dimension Teleporter. Yeah, that requires nether stars. So, what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to fight the Wither in here. And this is going to be probably a few episodes from now. We'll have to get geared up, get enchanted up, get everything nice and great, and then we're going to cheese the Wither as much as possible. The secret is getting wither-proof blocks. Now, those require steel scaffolding and obsidian, which is really easy for us to make. We have a metal press. We have plenty of steel. We can even make some wither-proof glass. That is kind of cool. Now, we could also make witherite, not necessarily witherite, but we could make advanced, upgraded netherite stuff. I don't know what we'd want to use. There is quite a few different armors and weapons and shields, tools, all that kind of stuff. They all do something different. So, for example, the Prismarite sword increases damage dealt to targets immune to fire by 2, increases damage dealt to Enderman by 2, increases mining speed underwater. And to make that, it is just a netherite sword with a prismarite ingot, and prismarite is prismarine and netherite. We have pretty much infinite netherite, so cool. So what we might want, we could probably get, I think what we'll want is witherite for our armor, which is just wither skeleton skulls. We'll be getting those plenty from wither skeleton honeycombs once we get to that point. Wither skeleton bees do require wither-proof blocks. We'll have to get some wither skeletons, but there's ways to do that. And they're really quite easy to make. But we can't use the wither bee until we get nether stars. But that's how we're going to get all of our nether stars, is with bees, because why not? So yeah, we'll have to make some armor, we'll have to make some weapons. I don't know what weapons we'll use, we'll figure that out. Kind of look at what stuff is good, what's going to be best against the wither. But definitely the witherite armor. And we just we'll need to get some mobs, some skeletons, and that kind of stuff. No big deal. Just going to be a little bit of a challenge. We can handle it though. So, I've rambled long enough. That is going to be it for today's episode. I'm going to get the advanced, I'm going to get everything for the Elite Centrifuge controller and casings next time. And we'll make that in the next episode. And go from there. We'll figure out what else we want to do. I think going after the Angel Ring very hard is going to be the best option for us. We do have to get some elytras though, and that's going to be fun. That means we have to go to the end, but we'll deal with that when we get there. So that is the plan. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!